No idea what he's going to talk about. It's as much a surprise to me as it is to you, but I know he's a terrific presenter. So will you please welcome on stage Mr. David Taylor?
So quick show of hands from everybody. Put your hands up, please. Keep your hands in the air if you've been to Africa. Keep your hands in the air if you've been to Africa and not resorts, actually into the jungle. Quite a few of you, 1 or 2 of you. 2 years ago, I went to Africa for the first time. A little country down here called Liberia. Anybody heard of Liberia? You've probably seen it on the news. So I volunteered to go to Liberia with a group of coaches. I was very excited. And then I thought, where's Liberia? I started to do some research. Unbelievably brutal civil war for 15 years. 8, 9-year-old kids were the primary soldiers because given a bit of heroin, they would do anything. I thought, well, that's a bit scary. And then the poverty. There's a place called West Point. Average size of a house, 10 foot by 10 foot. Average occupancy, 10 people. I discovered that people would prostitute their 8-year-old daughter to have money to eat. And then I found out, actually there's an Ebola crisis kicking off. So this was great. But what I don't want you to know about me is, this is not what I was afraid of. The thing I was afraid of, I'm going to go there, I'm not going to be able to make a difference. What am I going to be able to do in a country that I have no experience of? But here's what we did. We did quite a few things, but one thing we did was very, very simple. We were going to take some water filters, and you can see the little water filter here, held by Sprite. Tiny water filter, attached to a bucket. It means that people could have completely clean water out in the jungle. That would make a difference, surely. And so we have these 3 air-conditioned minivans, blacked out windows, and we went off into the jungle, 20 of us. Probably a bit scary, actually. If I was in a little village, never had much experience of the outside world, these 3 CIA-type vans turn up into this little village. But we went out there, and we were going to take these water filters and teach people how to use them and leave them behind. And these things cost $50 each. It was dead simple to do. So we arrived at this village, and we went out into the jungle to a water hole just like this. And the water was black. It was mosquitoes. It was absolutely disgusting. And that was their water supply. And so what we did was, we took the kid down, the other thing is, in that water hole, what you're going to find there? Cholera, typhoid, amoebic dysentery, all sorts of other things, creepy crawlies, and that's what the filter can take out. So we went down to the water hole, and we started to demonstrate this system. And the village elders came up, the men, and they stood there, and they were very stoic. And then the women behind them, and then the kids at the back. But the kids, like anywhere else, played football. There were no Leeds United t-shirts, a lot of Chelsea shirts, by the way. Interesting, don't know what that's about. And so the kids were playing around at the back, and we were demonstrating the system, very simple, water in the top, comes to the filter, clean water comes out the bottom. And that's when the magic happened. There was a guy we were with, Richard, he was really tall, Californian, blonde, kind of striking in the jungle, surrounded by all the natives. And we got this bottle and filled it up, super clean water, and he drank it. And the whole village, all the women started to dance. The men were still stoic, but the women started to dance and dance and dance. And they were singing, God is here, God is with us again. And they danced for an hour, and I didn't know why. And then I realized, the women take care of the kids. And the kids are the ones that get sick with the water. And what happens is, when the kids get sick, the men turn their backs. And when the kids die, the men walk away. And out here in these little villages, what I learned was that about 15% of the people don't make it to the age of 5. So if I'm looking in this room, these tables here, if you were in Liberia, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have made it to the age of 5. And that was just remarkable. If I am a woman in the jungle in Liberia, I have a choice every morning. I can give my child a drink that might kill them, or they dehydrate. It made me realize what luxury we have of choice. We talk about, oh, we should do this, I need that, I want to go there. But actually we've got this amazing luxury of choice. And I came back, and every day I now question when I turn on the tap, what is it that I take for granted? Thank you very much.
David Taylor.